if you are a Manchester United fan, Indian, and a Lewis Hamilton fan, we feel very sorry for you. I'm sure
Our
you had a very
condolences to you. Our condolences to you guys. Hi, folks. Welcome to the fourth episode of the F1 Grid View. Today, we'll be reviewing the US Grand Prix that was held on the 24th of October 2021. You have your host, Harsh Sangvi, and Mihika Sharai there with you. Hello, Mihika. How was the race?
Oh, it was good. I think it made up for everything that happened during the day. Like, I was
Yeah,
happy.
yeah, but they just kept us awake too long.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
Even for the quali,
Oh, I
2:30
didn't
to
bother.
6:30.
I just slept through it. I did not bother. I'm sorry. I had a whole day's work and I couldn't bother with the quali. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up staying up for it.
Very cool. Very cool. So, folks, as you know, the F1 US Grand Prix with Max Verstappen as your race winner and Lewis Hamilton at number two, and Checo Perez at number three. Or if you've seen the podiums, Max Verstappen at one, uh, Shaq at 1.5, Lewis at two, and Checo at three.
Yeah.
So that's how it went. So that's the race classifications: Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Valtteri Bottas.
This is
After taking a 5 plate
the
grid
quali.
penalty. Yeah, this is the quali. Uh,
Yes.
so Max on pole there. He had a brilliant pole lap. Like that was
Yeah.
fantastic. There was without any errors, and just outshone Lewis in this pole lap. That's a solid
Even
lap.
everything he's done for this whole race, it was just very good. It
Yeah,
just shows that he deserves to be the world champion this year.
he is showing that class. He's not making as many mistakes, and
He
he's consistent as hell.
Red Bull has not made like where if they would have made like very minute errors in the race, but this race was flawless.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Uh, and we have Valtteri at now at 4, and he takes another 5 place penalty like he does every week for another engine change. So that just happens.
So Hamilton is supposed to take a penalty for ICE. So I'm assuming Valtteri will take his seventh ICE
Of course,
penalty, the seventh
of course,
penalty.
of course. That's how it works at Mercedes F1. The Ferraris were really strong. They really were very clear of the McLarens.
Yeah,
Carlos
it was
and Charles.
yes.
Even
They
though
did.
Charles
They
was
outdid
on a
McLaren.
yeah, like they left McLaren right behind after McLaren has a solid.
Yeah.
The no teams are actually improving their engines and doing work on the teams on the cars, but Ferrari after the upgrade they gave Charles and Sainz in the last couple of weeks,
It was really good.
they look much stronger
Yeah.
than McLaren do. And there's a small caveat or an asterisk you can put is that Sainz did use the soft tire to qualify.
Yes.
That is something that he did use, and he had to start the race in softs again. And Daniel out qualifying Lando, not many times this year, but he's been actually pretty good at that. Pierre Gasly at 9 and Yuki at 10. Yuki also breaking into Q3 finally. And you have Esteban Ocon, you
Yeah,
have
that,
Vettel
that was
and Gio.
the most surprising result, I feel.
Which one?
Yuki.
Really, Yuki is pretty good. We rated him
Yeah,
very
but like,
high early in the year, and then we started going neutral at him, and now if he does something, it's really a shock. So
yeah, but like I was expecting Fernando or Esteban or Sebastian Vettel to come up,
yeah,
probably.
that's true. That's true.
Yuki was not.
The Alpines have shown a lot of promise, but have not really delivered. I feel after
Yeah, they ended up
Ocon's win.
retiring.
Yeah, both of them did. That was
Both of
pretty
them, yes.
bad. Yeah, and you have Lance Stroll, George Russell not getting into Q3. Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi, Kimi Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin as usual, ending up our Q3s.
But they did come up because of the penalties.
That's true. That's true. As you folks know, that we have 4 people who took a penalty. Firstly, Valtteri Bottas took a 5 place grid penalty. George Russell had a complete. He
Engine
changed a lot of
change.
parts, so an engine change. So he started at the back of the grid.
Vettel,
So did Vettel, and so did Fernando Alonso. So there was a nice the back three there. And this is your race classification, guys. Verstappen at P1, finishing this and taking away 25 points. Hamilton at P2, including a point for the fastest lap also.
Yes. I was actually, I was expecting Hamilton to come first because whenever he has started P2 in the US Grand Prix, he
Yep.
has come first. But again, I feel Red Bull has become much better. They were doing
They have.
much better. The first sector was flawless for Red Bull.
Yeah.
Like every
They were
new
killing
lap,
it. They
it's
were
like a
on it.
faster sector.
They were on it.
Faster sector.
They were
Yeah.
on it. Not even just the Red Bulls, even the sister teams, like the engine of the Honda engine was really very, very strong
Yes.
here. And it's only going to get stronger at Mexico because of the high altitude. So that's going to be a very fun race for us ahead.
This was a very hot race.
Yeah, it was a very hot race. It was a very hot race. And
Tires.
the tire graining was massive. You just saw how Verstappen's tires looked at the end.
Verstappen's
And that was his third set of
Crazy.
tires, and they still were just almost done.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it was a hard set of tires, not even like it
Yeah.
was soft and it got ripped
Yeah.
off so much.
It was actually pretty good tire management also by Verstappen, which is something that we don't give him enough credit for. He does manage to nose his tires very well, so there is a final push towards the end also. So I think that's pretty cool that he does that. And okay, that coming back to our discussion of the race, the last laps, the last 4 or 5 laps, just the tension. I had my eyes only at 4 people at 2 battles as such, just Hamilton and Verstappen, seeing if Hamilton could overtake, because he was getting very close with DRS range. Like, and Mick was
closed the gap
really,
very well.
yeah, he did, and Mick was helping him by like stopping Verstappen on his path, so
There-
not moving with
There
the
was
blue
a
flags.
meme. There was a meme of Mick talking to Hamilton, and he is like, "Now you know I won't let you take my dad's championship."
Yes, of course.
very
So that's happening. And the other place my eyes was just at the Daniel Ricciardo and Sainz, because that was some really beautiful defending by Daniel.
Yeah.
He killed it. He was all prepared for this. This was his home Grand Prix again. Like,
McLaren made a meme.
yeah,
They
I'm
called
sure
it
they
all.
did. They sure they did. But he was so good. He was so happy.
Yeah.
You could see his emotions when he was driving the NASCAR car of Dale Earnhardt, and it was
Oh,
really,
the
really
smile.
beautiful. The smile. They gave him the helmet. They gave him a perfect helmet where you could
Open
see his
helmet.
smile. The open helmet was just icing on the cake. And seeing him talk and seeing him explain how Max reacted to it also, that was just very beautiful.
It's the cutest.
Yeah.
Even like seeing Ricardo doing better than Norris, like, you know,
Yeah.
we've seen him not doing as good or not equal to Norris, but this
Yeah,
time
that's
he's
true.
actually come before, like ahead of him.
He
He's
has
outdone
outshone
him.
him. He has outshone him this
is
race.
what I feel McLaren had been waiting for the whole time this year, because
Yeah.
we know that he's a really good driver, but he just
That's true.
needed some time, which
That's
I
true.
feel now he has, getting a podium, even coming up on the grid as well. He has been
Yeah.
doing pretty well. Like, I was just talking to someone and he was starting 7th. So they were like, no, he'll stay in 6 and 7, 6 and 7. But like, he did come up. He did come
He
up
did.
to 5.
He did take away the position very quickly. Even though
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz was on a soft tire and he was on a medium
Soft
tire,
tire.
he was able to overtake him really quickly, and he kept
Very
him
good.
behind for almost 60 laps, almost 50 laps till Bottas went ahead and overtook Carlos.
Yeah.
So, but Carlos had a slow pit stop, which also didn't let him undercut Ricardo. So that is also something Mercedes can look into. But yeah, overall a great race for Mercedes also, because getting Charles up high at P4 was really good. Like, he went really underrated. I don't think the camera
Right.
showed him even once or twice. Like, he was just driving on his own. He had a gap to Perez and he had a gap behind to Ricardo, and he was just sailing on. And it was a solid race for him too. Yeah.
Yes.
Who else did you really? I really thought Yuki did really well keeping Bottas behind. Like, if Bottas did have a charge, he could take over Ricardo and Charles, I think, very quickly. But Yuki did hold him back really well.
I think everyone was at the edge of their seat this time as well.
Yeah.
Because it was just too many overtakes.
Too many overtakes and too many. They had good pit stops. Like, that's what we were missing in the last race. It just became very boring because the pit stops are also very well predicted. Here
Hmm.
there was some strategies going on, and
Yeah, we were
it was
expecting Hamilton's pit stop to be immediately after Red
yeah,
Bull.
but he did take 6-7 laps,
Yeah.
and that did make a big difference.
Even even Sainz waited for quite some time. Like everyone has
Yeah,
started shifting from mediums to hard. He was still on soft, which
yeah,
was a little surprising.
yeah. That's true. That's true. Just looking at this race and looking at these 6 races we have ahead of us. Uh, have you seen the difference between the Red Bull speed and the Mercedes speed? Because at the last
Yes,
race,
yes.
you as we saw, just Hamilton just went past Perez as though nothing without DRS, and we don't see that kind level of advantage in this race. I did think
Hmm.
Mercedes was still faster in the straights, but Red Bull were really better at
Red Bull
the
was
turns.
really good. I feel they are working on their straights, they're working on their curves, everything they're
Yeah,
working very well. And just this one race, their strategies, their speed, the way they were like, even we saw like towards the end of the 4-5 laps, Hamilton had covered up pretty fast. Like
yeah,
I
that's true.
remember every lap he was going quicker and quicker, but
Yeah,
they still had the gap. Verstappen still managed to get the P1. So I feel Red Bull is improving a lot
they are,
and it's working
and
very
it's
well
only
for
going
them.
to get better because it is their favorite track after all in Mexico, and it is their
Yeah,
home track as it is for Perez. And
Perez.
talking
Yes.
about Perez, that guy had it really hard yesterday. He had really
I
hard.
feel so bad for him. But
Yeah,
like
but
at the same time, it's really good that he did so well even after the
yeah,
circumstances. Like
this
it
is for the
was
people
so
who say
hot.
that F1 racing is not a sport, because these guys are legit athletes. Like
Yeah.
he lost his water in the first lap. He went through
It was
56
so hot.
laps without water in this heat, driving a hot as
It was
engine,
not
and
well.
it was not well. He had the cold, he had motions, and he had a lot of things going on, and he still
Yeah.
stuck through. This his face after he finished the race and takes off the helmet, and he's just sitting with his head in his hands. You know how difficult a day it had been for him, and he deserved that podium. He
He
deserved that
deserved it.
podium, and he's had a very good quali after actually very long. He's not been doing qualies at all.
Yeah, he was
If you see his
at the
last year's
top.
correct, if you see his last year's stats also, he was 7 point. His average qualifying position was 7.5 in a racing point, and it's also
Hmm.
7.5 in a Red Bull, which is
Red
which
Bull.
is not great. So I
Yeah.
very glad the way he did it. Uh, going a little behind for the late finishers. No, we'll just stick to that. Going a little behind where the late finishers were, there were some really interesting battles like Alonso and Kimi going at it, Alonso and then Anthony going at it. It was really good. Like the overtakes, and the icing on the cake for me was the Alfa Romeo engineer talking to Michael Massey. The Alpine mechanic talking to Michael
Alpine
Massey. Is that okay? Can you overtake on the outside? Okay, just to be clear,
is
it's
the
not
best.
okay, but it's okay for Kimi to do it. And just
Yeah.
Michael, just like, oh God, what am I getting into? And that was really fun. And we
Yeah.
had a lot of retirees. We had Gasly retire early on. We had Ocon
Yeah.
and Alonso, both the Alpines
Alonso,
retire.
both of them. Yeah.
And yeah, Alonso visibly very upset in the pen afterwards, saying there
Mazepin
are
finished
different rules.
17 after 3 DNFs.
Yeah, that is pretty good, and 4 pit stops to it.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, that is pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mick not getting out of the blue flags, just harassing the top two there, and I think he'll get reprimanded, but I don't think it's going to be that bad because
I
he's going
think
to learn.
he wouldn't, it wouldn't matter much to him right now
Yeah,
because it's also about saving his father's
I don't think he's looking at that.
health.
I do not think he's
He
looking at that.
might. He
I
might.
mean, he's not.
He might.
You can't
But
do
like
that.
at the same time, he's in a Haas. He has 0 points.
That's
It's
true.
not like
It's
if
not
he
looking
does
like he's
something
going to get some. Yeah,
the
it's not
world
looking like it's
championship.
close. Yeah, it's not looking close to even get a point. Moving on to our next slide. Sorry. So yeah,
Yes.
that's it. That's the two Haas drivers there at their home race. This is Haas's home event. After all,
Yeah.
we have a nice stat here. The longest stints on different tires. So if you see the hard tires, actually Latifi did go 30 laps with it. Um, the
Hmm.
fastest laps on those were by Mercedes, obviously, and
Yeah.
going away with the C3 and the mediums and the soft also. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool stat, because you see the Sainz did do 11 laps on the soft, which is actually pretty cool
Yeah.
after he did use the same tires for qualifying all the way through. So that's
Yes.
actually pretty nice.
But it
And
was actually very surprising that he chose to qualify in softs.
yeah, but I think that he knew there was some pace gap between him and McLaren, and the best way to keep one of the McLarens behind was taking a soft, and that was a
Probably.
gamble, and I think it did play well. It was just that he was not. Ricardo was so good, he was not able to overtake Ricardo. But if he would have just stayed ahead Ricardo, I could definitely see him staying P5 and taking the chunk of points there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to our next slide. So
It's
yeah, the pit stops. So as you see, like Mika has been pointing out, Sainz did wait 11 laps where Norris went in at 10, Tsunoda went in at 9, and it was actually a pretty good race with stops, I would say. Very well planned, very well thought. Not a lot of people
yes.
having a slow pit stop, except Carlos, which did take away the spot which he could have saved from, at least from Bottas. I'm not saying he could have
Yeah.
overtaken Ricardo, but he could have been ahead of Bottas towards the end if that pit stop did go right. Because there was, I think it
Yeah.
was 6.4 or 6.5 seconds, when an average pit stop in the race yesterday was around 2.4, 2.5. So yeah, Gasly had one pit stop and then he had to retire. Similarly with
Yeah.
Ocon, Alonso did almost make it to the end. He made it through 49 and he couldn't just finish, but he knew he was out of the points. There's no point pushing the car furthermore.
That would have just ended up damaging the car.
Yeah, he broke in the front wing and it was just easier to just retire at the end of it.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, Ricardo is in a 33 race finishing streak at this
Yes.
point, which is the highest in the current drivers. So that's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. That's almost 2.5 years at this point. That is actually very commendable.
Doing great.
Yeah, that's commendable. So we have some fun facts for you guys before we discuss this. So basically, for the first time, Max and Verstappen, being 1-2 or 2-1, have taken over from Lewis and Bottas, being 1-2 or 2-1. Max, and this is the 24th time both of them have shared the first two spots on the podium, where Verstappen and Bottas and Lewis have done it 23 times. So
That's
I mean,
great.
that's 24 times. It's not a small number, and both of them together at the top spot. that's pretty good actually. There was another thing. Hamilton has never won the drivers' championship if he's not come into Austin leading the Grand Prix. What do you think about that?
I don't know what to say for that.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I think it's a bad omen. I don't think it's looking good for Lewis at this point.
in general, I feel it's not looking that good for him. So this would just be like an add-on to it.
That's true. That's true.
Because
I still have my
even
money
if
on
we-
Lewis.
even if we don't consider this, I feel Red Bull can do this. I feel
That's
they
true.
can take it.
That's true. Red Bull, I think, will run away with the Constructors' Championship, though. Like they have a good 27-point lead. So they will go ahead.
Mercedes is leading.
No, Mercedes is not. Are they?
Mercedes is leading the
Oh
constructors.
yeah, Mercedes is leading. Sorry, but I still feel like Bottas is not doing well enough to keep it there.
Yeah. I feel he won't even bother now.
Yeah, maybe not. He's just sold his Mercedes off to help his go-karting ring at home. So yeah, you never know.
But at the same time, Red Bull is working hard with Max and Perez both
That's very true.
working pretty good.
That's very true. I've had a
Even
number of
last week,
I've had a number of tweets that I've seen online that how discouraging is it for people who are actually buying the Mercedes road cars if they see they have to replace engines every 2 weeks. Like with Bottas changing, are people still going to go out and buy themselves Mercedes if they think they have to
did you
change
see
engines
that
every 2 weeks?
meme? Bottas is planning on.
He shared it
opening-
himself. Bottas is like screw everything. I am on this. He's becoming the meme lord there.
Yeah, I think it's like how Red Bull admin is trying to do that.
Yep.
Bottas is like, if I can't do shit in F1, I'll try my luck over here.
Yeah. Uh, Also, another fun fact: Hamilton led more laps in this race alone than he has in the last 9 races, and he didn't even win this race. That
That's
is,
just
and
sad.
it's only 11. And it's only 11 laps. He combined in the last 9 races. He's led 11 laps, and he's still done so well for himself. That just
Yeah.
shows the last ending how crucial that those last 3-4 laps are.
I think that's how he has been working actually. It's
Yeah,
like just swooping in at the last minute.
that's true. That's true. He's actually doing pretty good. And Checo coming up on the third place of the podium was Red Bull's 200th podium in the game, which is very
Yes.
commendable. Uh, yeah. So coming back to our slide, there you see Max starting at 1, finishing at 1. Similarly, all the way till Charles. Daniel making up the spot on Sainz. Bottas taking over 3. Carlos losing 2 places. Lando losing 1 place. Sebastian Vettel, the biggest gainer, 8. Starting at the back of the grid, coming up to P10, getting himself P9, getting himself a point, which is breaking his streak after 4-5 races. So that's very commendable. I'm very happy when Seb does well. Like it's just very good. Did you see the post pre-match this thing where they're talking to the people and they ask them to speak in their local language and Seb goes when they ask Seb to
No.
speak about the race in German. So they asked Seb to say something about the race in German for the
Yeah.
crowd. And he's like, there are no Germans in the crowd. I'm just going to say it in English. Please don't litter and clean after yourself. And those like really,
Yeah, that's what I love about him. He's
yeah,
just
it's
he
not just the
knows
racing he
how
cares
to
about.
use. Yeah, and he knows how to use his authority. He knows what position he has in the society. So he's
That's true.
using it as a better way. In fact, most of the drivers actually, they are
Yeah,
all
they are really
in
are.
some or the other way having a very good impact on the society.
That's true. That's true. And let's come back to our favorite cool part of the episode. Let's rate the drivers now. As you know, we
Yes.
give them points out of 10. So how do you think Max did?
Max 9.5.
I think that's a 10 on 10. That was a splendid
Yeah,
drive.
actually, I don't even know I was removing the point 5.
Yeah, why? I mean, he had a great quali. He led
I
the
think
race very well. I think
he
that's a
did.
10 on 10. Lewis?
10 on 10. Lewis a 9?
Yeah, I think a 9 seems well. I think he could have done better in the quali. If he got P1, I don't think there's much stopping him. Oh no, I know a reason why we can deduct half that point from Max. He didn't start the race very well. He
Oh,
lost the
yes.
position at the
Yes.
start.
Yes. Yes.
He did do that.
That
So
was hard to watch. That was hard
yeah,
to watch.
yeah. Like for Max fans, it was really sad. Like after
And
all
like,
the
it
effort.
was anyway going like a bad day, and then you go see that Max is getting overtaken in the first corner itself. It's just heartbreaking.
It is. It is. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the 9.5 for Max. We'll take away half that point. I think that's a 9 for Lewis. Just a half a bonus point from
Perez
me.
deserves an 11.
Yeah, Perez does
He
deserve a
outdid
10.
himself.
I'll give him a 10. Charles did a very beautiful race without a lot of issues, without anything. So I think that's a 9 for me for Charles. 9 or a 10. No, sorry, 8 or a 9.
9 from me as well.
Yeah, yeah. Daniel,
I just have a soft spot.
just
So I'm
if you
gonna
can
say
just answer without blushing, also I'll take it. Okay,
I'm just
let's just do
gonna
this
say
again. Let's do this again. Straight face. Straight face.
it is a straight face.
Yeah. Daniel.
10.
Yeah. Okay. 10. Sure. I think it's an 8.5. He did defend really well. He did actually manage to almost lose a spot to Norris and Sainz, but he did
Yeah.
come back from that scuffle at lap
He did.
in the first lap very well. So yeah, an 8 from me. Valtteri.
Valtteri 7.58.
6. I don't think he even qualified very well. From me, it's a 6. He didn't even qualify
Yeah, I
well.
mean,
He
if
had
you
the
know,
5.
if you know you're gonna have to take a grid penalty, you would want to qualify
Yeah.
at least a little more
1 or
higher.
2 and get up.
Yeah.
And you're in a Mercedes. It's not like you're not in the best car in the grid.
Yeah, you're not on Haas.
Exactly. So that's a 6 from me for Bottas. Carlos.
Carlos, I think a 7.5.
Yeah, I could see that. He had a decent race, but just in the ending, I think if he was not overtaken by Valtteri or he could just hold that position, I think that would be a
I
solid
would
8.
have gone to an 8.
Yeah, that would be a solid 8.
Yeah.
Yuki?
Lando, you missed.
Oh, sorry, Lando. Yes,
Lando,
it was a very
7.5.
average. Yeah,
Like
it was a very average. It was a
better.
very quiet race. He could do much better.
Yeah.
7.5, I think, is what we can go with. Yuki?
Yuki will be a 8.
Yeah, Yuki did actually do well. I thought, like out qualified, almost out qualified Pierre, but held his nerve,
Yes.
kept it going in the race, kept Bottas behind for a really good time. So
He
yeah, I
did.
think an
He
8 is good. 8 is good for Yuki. Seb is a solid 7, I think. A
Yeah.
normal race, nothing too fancy, just doing his job, coming back from P18 all the way to getting a score, getting a point. So that's good.
Yes.
I think Giovinazzi, I really liked it. I really liked his race. There was some passion, there was some aggression on his the way he was talking
Yeah.
to his engineer, race engineer, and just the whole. It was he is the
I'll
drive
give
to
him a
survive.
7.5 for that.
Yeah, he is the drive to survive. He is literally driving here to
Yes.
survive in F1 for the next year. So yeah, a
Yes.
7.5 from me. Lance.
Lance, 7.5. I
Yeah, he
mean,
had a very mediocre
nothing.
7, 6, 7, nothing great. So yeah, similarly, Lance, Kimi, Russell, Latifi are all a 6, 5.5,
Russell
6
had a
ish.
good start though. He
Yeah,
did
Russell
come up
made up
to
5.
six
Yeah, I
positions
mean, made up
very
5.
fast.
It was very explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did make up 5 places. They didn't show us a replay or show us how well he did,
He didn't show
except the
it,
one.
but
Yeah,
I
he
kept
did make
seeing
up.
it coming up on the
Yeah, on the F1 app,
list.
you could just see Russell going up. Like he just
Yeah.
zooped past at the start. So that was a really good start. So I
Yeah.
think a 6 for him, but a 5, 5.5 for the rest of these guys.
Yeah.
4 for Mick. I don't think I can go higher than 4 for Mick. I really did not like how he did not regard the blue flags.
Yeah. I think that he should have.
Yeah.
But at this point, he's in a Haas. He couldn't care less about all of that.
That's true. That's true. 5 for Mazepin for me, like an average race, nothing too great, nothing too bad, just drive in a
When does
Haas.
he have a great race?
When he
Other
can
than
beat Mick, I think that'll be a good race for him because I don't think the Haas's are competing with anybody. They're really, really bad cars at this stage. So
yeah.
if he manages to beat Mick, I think that's a great race for him. He can count that as a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alonso had a good race. So did Ocon. Ocon did really. Alonso had a good race till 49, but he knows there was no point
There was
being
no
there.
chance for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So similarly, no classification from our side also for Alonso, Ocon, and Gasly because we didn't get to see enough of them. So yeah, folks. So coming to our driver stats. So this is actually a very cool stat. This is the number of laps each driver has led in a year. Where Seb in 2011, you see how strong he was with 65% of the laps led the whole season, which is actually pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you see at number 17, there's Max Verstappen this year, and he's led almost half of that. So he's left half, and the whole grid combined have led a half, which is why it's such a close race because you have somebody like a Lando who's almost led 10%. You have Esteban Ocon in one race, he's led almost start to end, which has also made up 4-5%. So it's been a crazy this thing because you can see how commanding Lewis is in Nigel in 92 has 66%. Lewis has gone up to a high 50s or high 60s. So this has been such a close season. So you'd assume Max can't have a majority because Lewis also would have led, but Lewis has not led a lot of races.
He hasn't.
And Max has done really well for himself. So I thought this was a really cool stat because Max, being such a close competition, like we'll come back, we'll go to the last slide and you'll see how close the drivers championship is, and still he's led such a high this thing, which is pretty commendable. So what is the difference between what is the final points tally say? What is the difference between our number 1 and number 2, which is Max and Lewis at this point, and how do you see the next races going ahead?
I think the gap might increase.
Okay. Why do you say that?
It might. I don't know, just the way Red Bull has been performing is just improving. And like,
That's true.
it's not like Mercedes is not improving. They might be, but it's not very evident. Like
Yeah,
the way Red Bull has been doing it, the I was just really happy with the strategies, the way they went about the last whole race.
yeah,
It
it's
was
paying
just
off.
fun.
It is paying off for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have a
What do
last
you
slide?
think?
Uh, I really think it is going to be Red Bulls to lose at this point. It's not a big gap. It's 12 points, which is not a
Yeah.
lot as such. But I really think because of how good Red Bull are at Mexico, if they just run
Yeah.
away with it, I don't see them going. I don't see Red Bull or Max losing this championship. But
Yeah.
always, you never know because of how close it is. One DNF and Lewis winning is a
Yeah.
25-point gap, and that could
For
just
all
kill
you
you.
know, Valtteri might just give Mercedes a parting gift by
That's right, true.
running into Max or
Yeah.
Checo, any of them, and spoiling the whole race.
That's actually very true. I don't know if you've noticed this. I have kept a very keen eye on Max recently, and there are a lot of drivers who are out and about, roaming around. Like I know COVID's become a little less of a seriousness,
Yeah.
but it's still around. Kimi was just out 2 weeks because of COVID. I have never seen Max take off his mask in any post-match interview, in any interview. I just feel he's in that zone that if he thinks there is a chance he could contract it and be out for 2 weeks, he doesn't
He's
want
just
that.
doesn't want to risk anything at this point.
He's just
And
in the zone.
he has come a long way, to be honest.
Yeah, and just getting
And-
COVID and being out for 2 weeks is going to be such a downer. So I'm so
that-
happy that
that
he's
just-
taking every precaution there is.
And that just won't be a harm for his 2 races, if at all it's a double weekend.
Yeah,
But also because COVID might even, affect his health.
yeah,
Later on, he
that's true.
might
Lewis
take
has
time to
said
cover
he
up.
still has issues
Yeah,
and not fully recovered from that, and it's been almost a year
Exactly.
at this point.
he doesn't want to risk anything at this point. And see, from next year, I feel there are going to be more competitors. Like Lando's been doing really good. There's
Yeah,
Charles. They are all coming up. So next year there would be more competition. A very
That's
less chance for him to
Slip up.
go for the championship.
Yeah,
So
this
it's
is his
right now
best
it's
chance.
do or die.
I did
It is
actually
do or
make
die.
a very controversial opinion that this might be his best and only chance to get the championship, and I am loving that he's not giving and not leaving any stone unturned, and he's just going for it. That's how you need to
I
be.
really love
That's how you
about
have
him.
to be. That's how Schumacher was. You have that killer attitude, and you just go for it. So I'm
Yeah.
very glad about that. So as you see, Max is leading by 12 points. We have Valtteri, who's taken over Checo and Norris actually, and gone up to P3, which is really
Yeah.
fun. And Lando Norris and Sergio have a point gap.
Point
Like,
gap, yeah.
Sergio's come from behind and he's done really well for himself. Charles has taken over from Sainz as the lead Ferrari after almost 17 races in this season. So that's actually pretty cool. And you have Fernando Alonso closing off the top 10. Going back, we are in Mexico after 2 weeks. Predictions.
Yeah. Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull.
I
That's
don't
all
think
it
there
is.
is other name. No, I think it's. I will be a little bold here. I think Max, Perez, and Bottas to round it off. But I don't think Bottas can actually make it to the podium because if he does, I think there will just be team orders by Mercedes and
Yeah,
they'll let
exactly.
Lewis
They
go.
will make him send. They will let him take Hamilton over.
Similarly with Red Bull, I don't think they're going to be any different. If Perez is leading the race, even though it
Yeah,
is Mexico
I
and if it's his home race,
They wouldn't want
I think
to risk even those few points to,
Yeah.
if they have a chance, they
and
wouldn't
it's not a
let
few
it go.
points. First and second
Yeah.
is a 7-point gap, which is
Point gap.
almost half the points
And
they are.
And if Hamilton doesn't, even if Hamilton doesn't, get a podium, it would still be a huge gap. That would just help Max in the championship. So
True.
at this point, and Perez has been a really good driver for Red Bull. He has been taking all the chances that they want. So I feel he wouldn't even mind, getting a P2
Yeah,
instead of P1.
yeah, that's fair. And he knows that it's all going to be for the team and more money, more Max winning a championship, and just it's going to be amazing for them.
Yeah.
So yes, folks, that's it from our US Grand Prix review. In case you like something or you think we missed out on something, please let us know in the comments below. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Spotify, or wherever you get your music podcasts. There's an audio version of this also available. So yeah, that's it. That's it from Harsh, and there's Mihika there saying
Bye.
goodbye. Bye bye.